detox, intuitive healer, detox specialist. Thank you guys so much. You know, you guys have seen me in my kitchen making you raw vegan recipes, both here and on YouTube, for a decade now. And about 3 years ago, I started a spiritual channel and I was doing the readings with all of you, and I continue on with both of those businesses. But recently, my businesses have graduated to a level of, I think, I don't want to say prestige, I want to say just leveling up spiritually, energetically. And I'm really focusing now on my retreats, my wellness coaching, and my intuitive life coaching. And I wasn't planning on coming on here with all of you today because I have a client in town, but something happened yesterday and I really felt led to share it with all of you. It didn't take up a big part of my day. It didn't stress me out, but I think it's important to bring up. So what happened was, I had posted a food photo and someone with a fake account, right, sent me a really nasty message. And being a healer, I look at that as a malefic attachment. And I've spoke about this before with all of you, what a malefic attachment is. When someone has, you know, it's a very low vibrational thing to do, especially if you're a healer or you want to help people. It's extremely low vibrational to attack people online, whether it be from a real account or a fake account. And again, this has gone on with this person for years, and it's like, wow. But what happened was I started thinking about how I could better energetically protect myself. And I energetically protect myself. I energetically protect my clients. I know the road and the path to the ascension process and how we go through a dark night of the soul, and people can say things or do things that trigger us and cause us to want to lash out. I get all of that. But a true healer is not going to only say the things or look the way that people want them to look, or say the things that people want to hear. A true, genuine healer is going to say things that are going to really probe people into change and growth. And for many people, that's a trigger. And so I really took myself out of the situation and I said a prayer for the person, and I made a list of how we can better protect ourselves against, you know, lower vibrational entities, entity attachments, malefic energies, because let's face it, we turn on the news and that's malefic, right? The war right now is malefic. People doing this, it's such a small scale that it doesn't really faze me, but you know, it fazed me enough to make a list to share with all of you on how to protect yourself more. And you can do these things in the privacy of your own home. So here are some, you know, protection suggestions to protect you from malefic energies. So number 1, practice daily meditation. So meditation is not my strong suit. I have, you know, a lot of trouble quieting the mind. I'm an extremely intuitive person. And before I get into this list, I want to share something else with you. So many healers do not actually ask to be healers. In fact, when we first discover our gifts, we don't even want them, right? Because usually it means we have to redo our entire lives, right? What we've been up until that point that we discover our gifts is gone, and we become a different person. So if you know anything about astrology, you know that Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio are the 3 most intuitive signs. Having my first 6 houses in those signs, being a Pisces sun, high priestess, a Scorpio moon, a Scorpio rising, Cancer in the 4th house, Pisces, Venus, I am extremely intuitive. So even when the phone dinged yesterday and I got that message, I knew who it was. I knew who was sending me that message on Facebook. I knew, because I can feel energy. That's how intuitive I am. I can feel. So for example, if I'm making coffee and my mom calls me and the phone's across the room, I can feel when my mom calls me. I can feel when one of my siblings reach out with a text message before I even look at the phone. I can feel if it's someone from my past, right? So when this happened yesterday, when I was attacked online, I knew even when the phone ding, when I heard ding, like you have a Facebook message, I felt the vibration lower and I knew exactly who it was. And the person unfortunately gave it away with what they were saying. It was very jealous energy. And so let's get into the ways we can protect ourselves. Number one, meditation. Not my strong suit, but I do take 10 minutes every morning. I have a mantra I say, and I kneel down on some cushions. You can also empower your mind with positive thoughts when something negative like that happens. You can actually just fill your mind with something positive, and sometimes I'll even say a prayer for that person. You can hold up an energetic mirror, right? So they can see themselves. So a true healer is someone who has very protective energy, even if they're really empathic like myself, even if you have a lot of water in your chart like myself. You have a strong force to push away that type of entity attachment. Whether it's someone being too needy, whether it's someone being hateful and jealous, whether it's someone targeting you online, whether it's someone trying to attack your business, whether it's someone, plagiarizing your work, whether it's someone, playing on your phone, whatever it is, whether it's someone speaking rudely to you, whether it's someone pointing the finger at you for something, you have the ability, if you're a healer, if you're a true healer and you've truly done the work on yourself, to literally have an energetic mirror that mirrors everyone else's behavior. Another thing I love to do is use stones and gems. So stones and gems are a great way to protect yourself. I often sleep with a rose quartz under my pillow. It's the feminine, it's the mother, it's protection, it's divine protection by Gaia, Mother Earth. I have a citrine next to my bed, and that absorbs all worries. So I carry selenite in my purse. Be careful, it'll scratch your cell phone if you don't have a protective cover on it. So stones, I have stones all over the house. I mean, they're literally in every corner. I have a crystal grid buried around the house. So you can protect yourself that way. Another way is to call it out. And sometimes people need to hear or see what they're doing or know that when they're attacking you, know that you're not going to be a doormat, right? So the most important tip in keeping malevolent spirits, entity attachments away is to use gateways, right? So you can actually invite the lower vibrational entities in that are attacking you and ask God, ask your spirit guides to show you clearly who your enemies are. Another way is through prayer, praying to your ancestors for guidance, praying to your ancestors for protection, praying to your ancestors to have, your enemies and these lower entity, attachments and what have you, to release you from whatever they're holding against you. Just keep your vibration high, and your vibration is elevated by the way you take care of yourself, crystals, praying to the archangels, praying to your ancestors, meditation, through body movement, yoga, sweating out the negative, fueling ourselves with the positive, like, fresh pressed juice and fruits and vegetables and things of that nature, limiting the pharmaceutical drugs, limiting the things unless we have to take something when people are attacking you. You have to learn to let it go. As long as it's not impeding on your work, which in the past it did, unless it's really impacting your life on a grand scale, you have to learn to let things go, right? When we hold on to things, we tend to hold on to our bowels. We tend to not use the bathroom. we tend to really just not do well with our health. So thanks, you guys. Hey, do me a favor. You can subscribe at andreacox.com to my newsletter and my 2 YouTube channels, The Detox Intuitive for spiritual things like this, and Andrea Cox TV. And I would appreciate you subscribing to both of those greatly. So thanks so much, you guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye.